bw'otunula kati embeera eyimiridde mu Premier League abala bonna bakyetereeza.
With the new coaches coming in.
If you look at Chelsea, Alonso, I know kujana atandika okuteeka team ye nga gyayagala ngo.
Yes.
He's going to have a challenge because he's just rebuilding. If you look at Maresca, after Pep leaving, Maresca yingiddewo. I know
to change a few things, yeah. But the thing is that Maresca has been there before with Arteta, so maybe it may not be.
And then
he went to Leicester and then Chelsea. Yeah.
Maresca has been there. Team Jaine at Chelsea, the Naina Balloon just in the post was a very good team.
Yeah.
It's team Man City.
Yes.
I have a very good team. I know you can have stars.
Yeah.
Liverpool, the same story. Slot,
of course, Slot has got to improve his defense. There's no doubt about
Definitely. That. So in that time, what I move you?
Even a Carrick, I also think that it's also going to take him maybe 2-3 seasons before he can get that team, Manchester United, very consistent. Do you believe that Arteta is going to dominate now?
Definitely, because when you look at that's what I'm saying. Villa must be careful. Must learn from their past mistakes. If they don't, they will start. They crumble like cookies.
Because, for example, can we say that Bakabulindi was a failure because during his time, the Ministry of Sport, the sports sector would get 400 million for a whole financial year, 400 million to be shared by the ministry, the sports desk, and then the National Council of Sports and the federations. So. Hello, welcome to the Observer Locker Room, where you just joined us at a time where we're trying to reflect on what the journey has been like in the sports sector, looking back at the ministers that have been in charge, and also that is definitely going to take us into our major discussion this week, looking at Honorable Peter Ogwang, who has been appointed again as the State Minister of Sport. Of course, that is under the docket of the Ministry of Education. He's going to be running another term. He was first appointed in 2022 in July. And by and large, many people feel that his term as State Minister of Sport has been a successful one. What do you think? Of course, joining me on this day as we bring you the Observer Locker Room is Charles Mugerwa right next to me. And of course, Haji Badruzwa. I remain John Vianney Simbe, the host of the Observer Locker Room. I comes to you on this week as we end the month of May. Gentlemen, it is quite interesting that by the time the picture got on and once the time when the people were watching us already discussing what the past has been. I'll start with you, Mugerwa. Peter Ogwang, this week, reappointed Minister of State for Sport. Not a surprise. And what's your take on how he has performed in his tenure as for the last 4 years?
I think for me, Ogwang has performed well. First of all, you would ask yourself, what is the purpose of a minister? Of course, to lobby. I think
for his sector.
For the sector, he has done his job. To me, I would say he has done his job tremendously, very well. And when he was appointed Minister of Sports, that was in
2022.
No.
Ogwang was 22 July.
2021.
Yeah. No, he came in after Hamson. Hamson was 2021. Then there was a reshuffle. Then he took over Ogwang. Yes.
2022. So he has basically sat for 4 years.
Yeah.
And they've added him other 5 years.
Yeah.
For me, I think
that's if there's no other reshuffle.
I think he has done a good job, because if you look at the budget of sports right now at 1.3 trillion.
Trillion now.
That is because of AFCON.
Yeah.
It is 47 billion.
Yeah, but
47 billion is what was the previous one, yes.
But still in his tenure, I would say that is a success.
I don't know. Ziwa, I don't know. How much success can we give, credit can we give the Minister of State for Sport like Peter Ogwang when it comes to the budget or the money? Because, for example, can we say that Bakabulindi was a failure because during his time, the Ministry of Sport, the sports sector would get 400 million for a whole financial year, 400 million to be shared by the ministry, the sports desk, and then the National Council of Sports and the federations. So, how much credit can we give Peter Ogwang?
Like Mogora said, rightly said, because minister's work is to lobby.
So you're saying Bakabindi didn't lobby?
He didn't lobby enough. That's why we are complaining about him. Because you remember, National Council's sports budget was at 4 billion before 2016.
Yes.
When the First Lady took over,
yes,
that ministry as Minister of
Education
and Sports, then it was raised to 11 point something billion.
Yes.
Yeah? That has gone on increasing until now to 48 billion. But because of AFCON, it's now over 1 trillion.
Yeah.
Yes. So now he did his work well. Because you have to lobby. You have to talk to so many people. You have to talk to parliamentarians. You have to talk to speaker. You have to talk to government in cabinet. A lot. So if you are weak, your sector will never get money. And whenever there is some cuts somewhere,
it will affect your sector.
It will affect your sector. Because you are there, you are not talking. So I think this man, Ogwang, has done well. And it is in his tenure, that's when Uganda and the other 2 East African countries,
Kenya and Tanzania,
they got AFCON here. Yeah? Because of that, because government is fully involved when it comes to bid for AFCON. Yeah. So these 3 governments, they did a lot, and of course now
to convince
the sector minister, you have to do more than that, because when it comes to traveling, traversing from one country to another, it's the Minister of Sports. Yes.
So because somebody would argue, because I was talking to some people and their view is that also maybe the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Mok, the former, she played also a big part, and that in many people think is because of the relationship that she has with the former president, who is her husband.
Yes.
That somehow Moses Magogo, because of his passion for football particularly, he pushed football into the faces of the parliamentarians, and somehow it rubbed off even the other federations in money coming in.
Yes, but it's true, but you need also to be active.
So in this case, the Minister of State,
definitely. Kubanga kyoba toyinza gamba Magogo wadde akikola like this new law, which came in force in 2023. That is the 23 National Sports Act 2023. That one, whereas Magogo came up with the private members bill, but then Ogwang also came up with the government's version. That's when Parliament said, please, can you compress it? Can you? But what is that?
Amalgamate it.
Yes.
Bring it together into
one. Bring it together so that we can get one bill.
Yeah.
And then they worked it together with the Magogo and the
other stakeholders.
And the backup. Sorry, and Ogwang. That's why you have now a new sports law. You remember the previous law?
It
had taken over 40 years from 1964. Up to this 2023. You can imagine. So he has really done a lot. You just imagine, from 1964, we didn't have ministers.
We had.
Or for presidents.
We had,
So why are you not giving the money?
But you see, the reason why, for me, I'm going to be devil's advocate here.
Yes.
Previously, the President of the Republic of Uganda has said the focus of the government has been on infrastructure development, the roads, to try and see that they boost the economics of the country. And that's the reason why sports was not, and security. And that's why sports was not being given the attention or even the bigger portions when it came to budgeting. So, maybe if I say that, you see, Honorable Peter Ogwang came in at the right time, in the right place, where now, of course, AFCON is coming, but also government can dedicate some money to some more money to sports because maybe now there's some little
revenue. A lot of money?
No,
that's what you want to think?
No. Yes, I still think that Uganda has a lot of money, but I also wouldn't you think that maybe it's about the timing also?
Have you ever took time.
If you talk about the timing, when Janet was appointed minister in 2016.
Yeah. Minister of Sport and
Yes.
Education and Sport, yeah.
Before Gwang came in, did they increase the budget?
It was about, I think, 4 billion at that time.
It was increased to 11 billion.
From 4.
From 4. Yes.
2016 it was 4, I think.
It was increased to 11 billion.
So
then from 11 billion now to 48 point something billion. 47.8 billion. Yes.
Yeah. That 48.8 billion came in
last year, 2025-26
last year
financial year.
Of course, it is under the 1.3 trillion because
1.3 is going to come now.
Yeah.
The trillion is
the
now
trillion is because of
AFCON.
Yes.
Because of the infrastructure.
Because the infrastructure, there's many things here. That's why. Because even 47.8 billion is still for sports.
Yes. Yes.
Because usually national council sports, because they have their own vote. Because originally they were taking money from the Ministry of Education vote.
Yeah.
So now it was separated.
Yeah.
So they get their vote straight from Ministry of, from the national budget.
Yeah.
So now the 48 billion, it is not even 50% of what the National Council of Sports yearly applied for. Yes. It's not even half. It is about 49%
of what they applied for.
Yeah, what they need.
So for you insist Peter Gwang has been a success.
Of course. Anything which comes during your time, it is like a Museveni. I mean, he loved the sports, but he didn't build a stadium like the Namboy. We made it Nachivubo. So Namboy was built under this government. So we give this government credit. You can't say now they have a lot of money. That's why it was constructed. No.
So we expect more in the next term from Peter Gwang, you think?
For me, I think so.
Yeah.
Especially after Chan, AFCON, I think he has really done well. And the Chan was a success.
A success, yeah.
And this one, AFCON, for me, I know it's going to be a success still. Because of the CAF president, ayagazi zitegeke.
Yes.
Because the deadline of stadiums was supposed to be 2025 December. Yeah, now this is 2026. They're still constructing those stadiums up to February, I think, next year. 2027.
So all that goes to Peter Gwang for the work he has done. I think the truth is that he's been more proactive. That's true. I think more than his predecessors, like he's been in the faces of the public and Parliament.
How many times before Gwang were discussing sports in Parliament?
Yeah.
During the time of Bakabwindi.
Yes.
For 11 years.
And Bakabwindi was a former footballer.
Even Ogwang is a footballer. I see him playing a lot at the KCCA ground.
Played in Bale. Yes.
For the 11 years, he was a state minister
for sports,
and he was sitting on the SEC.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we have to move on from that and go into Arsenal. 22 years without a league title. They did it this time, and the celebrations have been crazy across the country, unbelievable celebrations. But now, after that, and of course, they have a chance of even completing the double if they win the UEFA Champions League. But now the elephant in the room is, do you think Arsenal can dominate the way we have seen Man City do it? Because previously when Arsenal won under Arsene Wenger, they would win this season, not win again for 2 seasons, then come back and win, that kind of thing. They would never defend a title under Arsene Wenger. They never defended the Premier League title even once. This time, do you think they can go on and dominate the way we've seen Manchester City do it, win 4 successive, the way we saw Sir Alex Ferguson do it, winning it in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2010
is Chelsea.
No, Chelsea's 10. 2011 again, winning 4 in 5 years. Do you think we can see Arsenal now, after knocking on the door for so many years, coming second 3 times, and then third once, and then eventually cracking the code and winning? You think they can dominate?
No, I don't. I think they can dominate.
Why?
Omani, bw'otunula kati embeera eyimiridde mu Premier League, abalabona bakyetereza.
With the new coaches coming in.
If you look at Chelsea, Alonso, I know Kujanatani take a team in
Yes.
He's going to have a challenge because he's just rebuilding. If you look at Maresca, after Pep leaving, Maresca indeed I know
to change a few things, yeah. But the thing is that Maresca has been there before with Arteta, so maybe it may not be.
And then
he went to Leicester and then Chelsea. Yeah.
Maresca has been there. Team Jaina Chelsea, the Naina Blue just opposed was a very good team.
Yeah.
It's team Jaina Man City.
Yes.
I have a very good team. I know you can have stars.
Yeah.
Liverpool, the same story. Slot,
of course, Slot has got to improve his defense. There's no doubt about
Definitely. That. So then there was in that time, what I move you.
Even a Carrick, I also think that it's also going to take him maybe 2-3 seasons before he can get that team, Manchester United, very consistent. Do you believe that Arteta is going to dominate now?
Definitely, because when you look at Arsenal, Wenger's Arsenal, they didn't have money. You remember when Wenger's Arsenal started constructing
the stadium.
Yeah. They bought themselves to 400 million pounds at the time.
Yeah.
So it was difficult to build a stadium of that magnitude, and then you at the same time you build also a team. It is difficult. Very few teams can do that.
Yeah, maybe because maintaining top 4 is success.
Yes, but in England it was difficult. So that's why Wenger would have been a good coach. He would have dominated. But teams which dominated previously, when it comes to Liverpool, for instance, that Liverpool team which won back-to-back the Champions League in 1977 and 78, it was a strong team.
Yeah.
Or Nottingham Forest, back-to-back and the Champions League in 1979 and in 1980. It was also a top team. But they didn't dominate because by that time, there were about 5 teams which were good. 77, from 77, that is Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, and Everton. They were really strong. So it was difficult. They were not buying, those sophisticated players, but at the same time, they were not constructing stadiums.
Yeah.
That's why Liverpool, it was the most successful English team in Europe. Okay? But they didn't have a stadium which you can talk about. They were at Anfield, which was, I think, accommodating 40-something.
Yeah, 44,000.
Yes. Newcastle had a bigger stadium than Liverpool, you remember? And the Manchester United. Then Arsenal came and built a stadium, which now they are getting a lot of money. They are reaping from their investment. Now, Arsenal, they have now the money. They have the money.
So they can even boost their squad.
Yeah, when you look at their squad, apart from haters like you, who thinks that Arsenal didn't deserve to win the trophy, the English Premier League. But look at even in Europe. Because here they say VR has helped Arsenal or whatever. But how about in Europe?
But VR helped.
How about who was not helped by VR? Anyway, who was not helped?
So
for me, I think now Arsenal in the position, as Mugwara said, the other teams are improving on their squads. But Arsenal now they have a better squad, and they just need to add like 3 players, midfield, defense one, and a better attacking player. Or striker.
Yeah, but as we move on from that topic, of course, we have to discuss Vipers and the Uganda Cup final and the implications. When I look back at teams that have gone on to dominate, for me, my concern may be that after Arsenal has won now, they are bound to get into a sense of hangover. Because you've tried so many times, you come close, you don't win. The moment you do it, there's that relief. Oh, we've done it finally. And then the players can sort of like go into that mode of relaxation. Don't you think that that's bound up? That's what I've seen. Because you see, teams that have gone on to dominate, they don't finish second for so many years. Like second, third. They, like you see Man City, they came, cracked it, and they went on that way from the Mancini time. Then Pellegrini comes in and whatnot. Also, he won so many. When Ferguson did it also, he would not take so long. Now, my worry is when a team comes so close several times, like Arsenal has, where I think that even the previous seasons they played better football than they played this season, and they didn't win. Now that they have won, aren't you concerned that sometimes there's that hangover and which cause a finally
not tebasobola kubanga zitimu zoyogerako
Manchester City, the ones that dominated.
Yes, because for instance Manchester United, they have that class of 1992. You know, Ferguson benefited from that squad for quite a long time.
Almost 20 years.
About 80 players. And now Arsenal, what they needed is to have those experienced players who are really, who have
the core.
Who have won. They had that, who have had
winning experience.
Winning experience.
Yeah.
Like now Carrick. Sorry,
no.
Rice.
The
one with the West Ham.
Yeah.
There's Zinchenko and the Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
Which have
who had
won
with Manchester City.
Because that mentality you have, they came with it and they put it in the prayers. Because you have to put it in your prayers that you have to win. You remember when Arsenal used to concede a goal, then these prayers will bring them together and make a meeting there.
Yes.
Let's go. Let us go. You remember what Zinchenko used to do?
Yes.
Or
Jesus, yes.
Yes. So now, once you get some of those players and you bring your team, and these players have also now picked after winning this, for me, I think Arsenal is going to dominate. Because, for instance, in Madrid, for instance, you remember when Barcelona dominated from 2003.
Yes, up to around 2010.
2010.
Yeah, when Mourinho came.
And Madrid was buying players, good players, moreover.
Yes.
And they didn't manage Barcelona.
Okay, Madrid won in between there. Remember Bernard Schuster and Capello. Yes. They won 2006, 2007, and 2008.
Yes. But look what now Madrid in Zidane's Madrid. Which one?
The Champions League 3 times.
2016, 2017, 2018. 2018.
Yeah.
Three times in a row. You can still dominate, but not for long. Yeah. Arsenal can dominate for about
maybe 3 years.
3 years to 4, not even 5. The way I look at it.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree, because first of all, they were saying Arsenal cannot win titles because they have no experienced players. They have no that hunger for winning. Now they've won the title.
So the pressure is off.
The pressure is off.
So that could also help them.
Exactly.
The fact that the pressure is off, it's quite interesting, by the way, the way we look at it. And I'm sure that the coach, Arteta, will probably feel that there are certain players that need to move on, I think, following the kind of disappointment that they had in previous years, and now they've cracked the whip. Rather, they've cracked it at the code and they have succeeded. I think it will be interesting. But as we come to a conclusion, we have the matter of Vipers winning the Uganda Premier League back to back. They have become a very dominant force in Ugandan football now. I think the way we see it, one in 2023, one in 2025, one again 2026. For KCC, it's still a problem. I don't know what you have to say about your KCC side. They have not won since 2019 under Mike. It's now come to 7 years, and it's a long time. You know, somebody looks back at 2019 and now 2026, 7 years, no success.
And surprisingly, Vipers have won 80 trophies.
During that time?
No, Vipers have won 80
championships, surpassing even Express.
That is in 16 years.
Yeah.
Villa won 8 in
from 2010.
Yes.
Yeah.
Villa won 8 in 10 years.
8 in 10.
Yeah, because
I guess that's why they are the best team.
Villa won from 82 to 92.
Yes.
That is 8.
Yeah.
By
the way, we've been joined by Charles Bugo Sebugwa, because he's the in-house Villa consultant. Anything concerning FC Villa, we have got to have him on set. Otherwise, it will not be approved.
So what I was saying, when you look at Vipers, one of the reasons why they are dominating now, because of the weaknesses from
other clubs,
from rival clubs. Because rival clubs, they have internal
bickering, mismanagement as well.
Mismanagement and what have you. So Vipers have taken that one. But for me, I really praise the Sports Club of Villa because, as I told you, Villa won 180
in 10
That's 10 years. Dominance. That is 92
to 82 to 92. Yes. And then they won 7 from 98 to 2004. Yes. That's again dominance.
And they won 10 from 92 up to 98. How many years are those?
From 92 to 98, 6 years.
Yeah? That is 16 years. Yeah. Villa had won 10 championships. Which means Villa was clearly a dominant side. But
before Bugos chips in, Vipers are claiming that they finished the season unbeaten, which I think is unofficial.
It is unofficial.
Yeah, because the records show that you lost. It is only SC Villa that has gone the whole season without losing, isn't it?
It is not unbeaten. It's only Villa, which ended the season 1982 season unbeaten because they played all their games. Because even Villa,
but even Villa, that they played 29.
Even Villa didn't play the last game against KCC in 82
because KCC
refused to come. So you can say because the game was not physically played, therefore Villa was not unbeaten. That's what you want to say.
So what Vipers is claiming is not official.
Because Villa was awarded two goals and 2 points in 1982. You get it, and it reflected on the table. You get it. Now Vipers were their game. They forfeited their game against Chitara. Meaning, on the table, it will appear that they have lost their game.
And they can't change that.
Yeah, they can't change that. They can't change that. They can't. The table doesn't lie.
Why do I want to be on Vipers' side? That they played 29 games. For me, I'm on Vipers' side. They played 29 games. They didn't lose a game.
They played 30. Look what the table is. Don't you believe in that table?
The game that is included on the table, that was not the heat. You remember why Vipers never turned up for that game?
The new league format.
That was the new league format. Well, I think we should not count that. But anyway, Mr. Dua, the Vipers thing I've been talking about, even the money, the club. I'm not saying Mr. Mulinda, I said the club has money. They have the sponsors. The players are motivated.
Yeah. 300 million shillings.
Promised them 300 million. He gave them 50
in January.
At halftime.
Yeah.
Now I think he has
already paid
250. Yeah. And promised the small 60 million from the federation.
And it's also going to
the
them.
Players. So I think even that motivation.
Of course.
Yeah, you are right.
Of course.
By the August is right. But how about KCC? Is the KCC not motivated? Is the cases because KCC,
we can't say
for instance, KCC is players are paid before
the
28th
of every month.
Even it's like that.
They're paid. KCC players they do what?
They are facilitated.
They are facilitated. Because even now all these last games, about 10 games, they were staying at Omodi Stadium. They are accommodated from there. They're not going back home. You see, when you have a squad together,
yes.
Do wonders.
So the facilities were there for them to enable them
people
to focus on the game.
Now, are they not here paid well?
I think the winning
mentality. But you look.
So where does it come from?
How about now? You are a.
Who are also paid very well.
Also paid well.
So what do you think?
Well?
So what do you think?
Because let me tell you, Ugandan players are almost the same.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because you remember this Viper player called Abdul Karim Watambaya. He played 4 to 5 games
in succession.
He was really the best player. What happened towards the end?
He lost a bit of his form. So there's inconsistency.
Yeah? So it's a problem. Now,
you see,
and Arteta during Chan,
yes,
President Museveni promised
Ugandan players
1.2
billion
for every win. They won on two and drew one.
And lost the other one.
That was a lot of money. You are talking about what Viper President promised his players. Yeah? Promised 300 million.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, government promised Uganda Cranes players, the majority were young, they were promised
2.4.
1.2
for every win.
Each game they won. And they failed to beat South Africa. South Africa didn't come with its first team.
Not anywhere close.
Yeah, yes. But they didn't. So Ugandan players are like that. You can motivate them, you can do what, but for me I think there's a general problem.
So general problem the whole one can now lead down but to get a good trials of Uganda Cup. Nga had there was a time when Liverpool was the most successful club.
Yeah.
Most English successful.
Even this sports club Villa who are playing tomorrow is successful club most in Uganda without a stadium. How can you generate income?
Because you see, for a club to be successful, for a club to be powerful, you must have assets.
Yes.
And assets.
It is important.
Stadium inclusive. Home, your estates, what.
Yes, you've got to have assets.
So that's the club which you say this is the most successful club. But you can't be the most successful club when you don't have a stadium, when you don't have investment, when actually you depend mostly from individuals' pockets. So that's why our clubs, they have that strong man's mentality, simply because they don't have investments. That's why when Mandela Wechanga Nagamba Villa, that was 2004, Villa
they struggled so much.
They have struggled since you can imagine 2004. Since from 2004 they have won only 2 league titles.
One.
That is 2000.
Because they won in 2004.
They have won one
league,
which was 2024. 2004.
He was because that when he was there.
Not 2023.
3 and 4. He was there. And he left just like about a month before the season ended.
How many titles they have won from 2004?
One
is only one.
Yeah, 2022
and 2 Uganda Cup titles. That is 2009 and 2015. Why? Because of that strong man's mentality. However much that strong man is paying, but when time comes and sends them be massive,
then the institution collapses.
The institution collapses. That's what I'm saying. Villa must be careful. Must learn from their past mistakes. If they don't, they will start. They crumble like cookies. I'm telling you.
Why were you happy as we conclude? Were you happy about the fact that FIFA decided to move the game from Kadiba to Njeru?
Which game?
The Uganda Cup final from Kadiba to Njeru instead of maybe picking one of the grounds around Kampala like Wankurukuku, Nachivubo, Chitende, KCC, Omondi, taking it to Njeru?
I'm happy that the FIFA, they have been big-headed. You tell them problems, if there is a problem here, and they will never react. You remember in 2015, we told them
about
don't take that game to Ntungam.
Yeah,
because this game involves 2
big rivals,
and in Ntungam they don't have
the perimeter fence and whatnot.
In case of security, they are really
adamant
and wanting.
Yes.
So we told them, please bring this game to Nambole. They refused. What happened?
They brought it back to Nambo.
Yes, after
the game aborted.
And the game aborted. So now when we say, please, you can't wake up and say Villa Chitara game is going to be at Kadiba. Where Kadiba is Villa's what? Home ground. So if they had, if they had picked Kadiba like a year before,
Or at the beginning of the tournament.
Before the beginning of the tournament.
Yes.
Omanya Villa, it's their advantage.
Yeah.
They have reached the finals and the game is at their home ground.
Yeah.
But they picked this one
after the two teams had concluded the semi-finals.
And they knew that Villa is there and they put it there.
Yes.
But this time, because those four guys are Baba Itawachao, balina kino kyanantagambwako.
Yes.
That's but this time I think Buttons okuyigira from their past mistakes and they relocated it to Njeru, which is okay now because Njeru is no man's
home ground.
Yes.
It is not okay. Then here is the point. We have Omondi, we have Chitende.
Yes, we have Nachivubo and Wankulukuku.
Yes.
Why
Uganda? Let me tell you, these games, like this finals, is a FOFA's game.
Yes,
that's where
FOFA, esigaza rights. Okutwala omupiira wonna we yaga kukola ki? Ogutwala. Two, when you look at it, the FOFA is going to be charged. At KCC, they went to KCC and they overcharged. They said no. We can't put this game here. Now, they have to. For me, I think this is a neutral ground. Okay, you remember that stadium hosted Uganda Cup, which was Vipers in 2023. Is it 2023?
Yes.
The Vipers and the Bull.
Bull, yes.
Vipers would have said no, I can't come here because the Bull was nearer to this stadium.
Because
it is a FOFA's stadium.
Yeah.
It is a FOFA's stadium. Because you see, there is no way how Villa is going to get that at the advantage
by playing in
because to play here. Yeah. Because if Villa is complaining, this team is coming from Hoima.
Yeah.
To go to Njeru. Villa is coming from Kampala to go to Njeru. Still Villa has what? Advantage.
In terms of distance covered.
Yes.
If FOFA had communicated earlier, these clubs
would have planned and budgeted for it. That's the argument that Bogos is making.
Not just waking up like
which is a valid argument.
We are okay. The clubs are going to miss some of the funds.
Yes. That's for me. That's where I have also an issue.
Because I'm sorry to go back to the other topic which you people are discussing. At 7 there is a big game tomorrow. Arsenal and PS. You expect people to go to Jinja and watch Villa, Chitala, and they miss the finals?
Or the Champions
League. If it was nearby, people would have watched this game, which starts kicks off at 3, and by 7 they will be there, go back like me.
Yeah, to watch the other game as
well. Or anywhere else.
Yeah, which makes sense. Which makes sense. What
advantage, disadvantage.
But don't you think that okay, how much was KCC charging? How much was KCC charging?
I don't know.
Because I would think they would make the money through the gate collection.
They approach the KCC. Yeah. But for me, why I said it's better that this season, other than playing that game
at Kadiba. Oh, yeah, where it is home ground to Villa.
Yeah, where people are crying foul.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So now I know what Bugos is coming from. I know.
Because a section of funds is going to be cut.
Because that is now FOFA's problem, really. We have been witnessing that, taking teams to Ndongam. You remember? 2018, they went to Bukedia, 2018, KCC Vipers. But now, what I'm saying, now at least that somehow these teams are going to, because now Villa's advantage to this, they are coming from Kampala to Njeru. Now, Chitala is coming from Hoima to Njeru, which means still Villa has the advantage.
Shorter distance.
Yes, and this time, the Champions League game is going to be played at 7. And it has changed.
It's not 9.
Not 9.
Yes.
They tend to 7 because I think UEFA want children to watch
as well.
The game to end early so that people can move early
and get back home.
That's what UEFA is experiencing.
Yeah.
So at least that one can help a bit to watch it and then you come back early. Because by 9 something, the game will be over.
So the KCC game. We even give Chitala some credit Stella.
Yeah.
Because the team that was it formed in 2010?
Yeah.
Then they came in 2023.
And won it.
And won a Uganda Cup.
2024.
2024.
They won it. One Kulukuku. Yeah.
Now
so they're chasing the second one.
Just in...
But in 2021, they were here and they were relegated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said that you've got to give them credit. And Villa is chasing a 10th title as well.
2 years they are back in another final.
Yeah.
So, and the last time they played Villa lost 2-0.
Yeah, in the league.
The last game
in the league.
Yeah. So it's also not going to be an easy
It's not going to be easily predicted. Gentlemen, we've got to run out. I'm sure that you've enjoyed yourselves as much as I have. And for you, our viewers tuning into the Observer Locker Room every week, you make the difference. And we love you for supporting the Observer newspaper as well. Just make it a date to buy yourself a copy every Wednesday. It's just... it comes out every Wednesday, and read everything you want to know in the world of sport, everything in the world of politics, business, news, education, entertainment. Get it from the Observer newspaper. On behalf of my colleagues Charles Sebugwawo, next to me Haji Hassan Baduzwa, and of course Charles Mugera, who was on earlier. I remain John Vianney Sime, and I would like to wish you a wonderful week. And hopefully we'll meet again next time.
When Hassan have already won the title.
and
Goodbye.